Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. No, you are the best.
Hey, I see you.
Yeah.
I see you.
Absolutely.
All right, so today on the Indian Zippy Show, we've heard a lot of craze out there. You know, there's been talks of the Hunger Games, you know, some other things, Titanic 3D. But hey, I bet what you guys aren't seeing is a sleeper out there. The New Testament world. People have been going crazy about it.
Absolutely.
What have you been hearing about it?
I've been hearing it's one of the greatest pieces of factual bookiness in the last 10 years. It is absolutely fantastic.
You know, I heard that it's actually such a real read, and it's just so realistic. It's actually making the Titanic 3D look fictional. Believe it or not, look fictional.
Can you believe that?
Wow, I cannot believe it. So today in our topic, you know, more than anything else besides the book itself, I heard chapter 6. People are just going nuts about that.
Yeah, chapter 6 is supposed to be the greatest chapter of them all.
All right, so today, to give you guys a closer inside look at it, we're going to go ahead and talk about this chapter, name some thesis, some good points, maybe a little summary, and then in the end, we're just going to wrap that all up with, you know, the usual.
Oh yeah, the usual. And we will be talking about the clean and unclean social groups in Jesus' time.
Wow, that sounds very interesting. Would you like to expand more on that?
Absolutely, Zippy. As a matter of fact, we have a special guest that will be doing that very thing just for us. Please welcome Dr. Renee.
Straight out of Bethlehem University.
Such a pleasure to be here.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
Nice to see you all the way from Bethlehem. Hey, you as well, that beard.
Oh,
ho. Okay.
You too, Indy.
Yeah, thanks. So you're still not wearing shoes, huh?
Oh, you know, that ain't me, dude. Not in Bethlehem, dude.
Okay, dude. Celebrating Christmas year round. Love it.
Oh, Christmas? Fantastic. Jesus' birth, right? Or we know the real truth. Okay. So, why don't you go ahead and tell us what you learned from this? Go for it.
Oh, gosh. You know what? I can go on and on, dude. This thing is chock full of solid information, but I'm just going to go ahead and tell you a little story the other day of me taking out the trash.
Oh, the trash.
The trash.
All right, absolutely.
Cue clip.
Cue the clip.
Oh, what the?
hell?
What
are
the?
you doing?
What the?
This is our mod.
Wow.
We paid so much money to
Hey, this is our mod.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, hey, get her out of here.
Ow.
Hey, get the out.
Gotta
Get
go.
what the?
Oh my gosh.
There's trash in here now. Hey, throw that out there, dude. Hey, hit her with it. Yeah, what? Should I come back in? I don't think so. Wow, Renee, thank you for that. That was a very interesting idea in which someone could use to better understand the Bible, if I'm not, you know, mistakenly speaking.
Absolutely not.
So you're correct in that.
Yeah, thank you.
Fantastic.
Anyways, so Molinas describes the sacred as something that is set apart or exclusive to a certain individual. It can be a person, a place, a thing, or a time. While on the flip side of that, the profane is something that is not necessarily exclusive or set apart for someone. So,
So then, wait a second. So is that why it was sacred? Is because it was someone's apartment that the trash was being spilled in?
exactly.
Yeah, could
that-
you-
Oh, okay.
Further explain that to us and how it would be
You see?
different.
You see, the apartment actually was set apart and belonged to someone. Thus, when I dump the trash in someone's apartment or I poop in someone's apartment, they're going to be upset about that because that's their apartment. But let's say, hey, I take a poop or I dump my trash in the middle of the courtyard. That's not going to really make anyone upset because that doesn't belong to anyone. You see,
Okay.
that's profane in our eyes.
Yeah,
You understand that?
I understand that very much
absolutely.
so.
Fantastic.
I'd be pretty upset if you did that in my apartment.
Right?
Yeah,
Kind
I
of
think
serious.
so. Thank
Yeah.
God. Whew. That's why we have locks, right? Locks on our
How
doors.
about
Keep
them locks?
Hey.
hobos out.
Wow,
Dumping
hobos.
trash.
Yeah.
Praise the
hobos.
Lord for those. Huh?
Praise the Lord for the hobos.
Love them.
Love hobos.
And the trash.
And the
And the
trash.
trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that concludes our time with our interviewee, Renee from Bethlehem U. Thank you very much, sir.
Renee, thank you, sir. It's
Pleasure's
been a
been all
pleasure.
mine.
Wait, yep, okay, yep.
All right.
This is America.
Hey,
We
you
don't.
look phenomenal.
Hey, you too, dude.
Do some of that
Get
hair.
some shoes.
Hey, nice beard, dude. Yeah. Okay. Well, so anyways, our next guy, we have another speaker today, am I right? Or
Yes, we do, absolutely. His name is Joshua. I don't ever remember how to spell his last name. How are you,
Dude,
sir?
thank you so
from
much.
Indonesia.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Let's go ahead and put that there,
Yeah.
sir.
It's an honor to be in your guest.
Yes.
All right, so to
absolutely.
get another close look at this chapter, we've actually brought in an expert on one specific part of the chapter. What part of the chapter was that you have directed your studies into, Josh?
Oh, I've done a lot on chapter 6.
Okay.
Chapter 6. We've been
Yeah.
hearing a lot about chapter
Oh,
6.
really? All right.
It's the craze, yeah.
Yes.
Everyone's going nuts about it.
That's what I heard too. Everybody
Yeah.
just loves it. People
Yeah.
ask me so many questions.
When people do ask you, I mean, I think the temple is one thing I feel like people are just like most strongly
Temple
just like
is huge.
they want to know about, and I know that's your expertise back at home.
Yes, it is.
What exactly do you tell people when they ask you about the temple?
Okay, so here's how I cut it down. There's basically 5 different stages of the temple itself.
Okay.
So now, the first stage is where it's the mixed nature, where it's clean and unclean, and the abomination are.
So everyone's allowed outside.
Basically, outside the camp, everyone is allowed.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
there's no discrimination, no rules. It's like, hey, you're outside the camp,
Yeah.
you're clean,
Mhm.
go ahead. Hey,
Anybody.
even you're,
Yep.
sir, you're unclean.
Yeah.
You come on too, because we
Oh,
accept
yeah.
everybody.
Of course, the lepers, anybody can come in.
Okay,
For,
so you
for
know.
outside the camp.
Yes,
Okay.
only outside.
What about inside the camp? Who's allowed?
So let's go down the let's go to the next
Okay.
level. Let's see
So
what that's
now
about.
the 4th level would be the mixed culture, which is the clean and or unclean, but no abominations.
Wow.
So that's
So-
inside the camp.
So as you go down, it's kind of like there's a filter system.
Yes.
At the top, you have all the stagnant, maybe some flies, some things going up
Oh,
here.
yeah.
But as you go deeper, going through that filter, I feel like we get cleansed down. Is that what's happening? I feel
Yeah,
like?
so basically in the inside the camp, like lepers and stuff, they're not allowed to come in.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. Got it.
Let's go to that next level.
Okay,
Yeah.
the 3rd level is Zone A, the space of God's people.
Oh.
Assembly of space. And this is the court of the tents.
Okay.
Mm.
So,
I've
does
heard
that,
about
kind
that.
of make sense to you guys?
A little bit.
So
Yeah.
why don't you go deeper on that? What is it?
It's basically where the children of God are basically allowed in there.
Okay.
The ones that like understand and like study the word and stuff
So
like that.
people who have accepted the Lord and they've decided to take that extra step in maybe their
Mhm.
faith and
Yes.
relationship with God.
Definitely.
And
yeah.
that's where you would find those people. As to where those top 2 levels, maybe
Mhm.
people who are unsure, maybe
Yeah.
they're curious, they don't
Mhm.
know.
Like,
I'm
yeah,
here, I'm
of
there,
course.
I know, I don't know.
Mhm.
I'm hot but cold, yes or no.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Then the 2nd level. Now we're going even deeper inside the tent itself.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, so now this is the threshold of God's space, Zone B. Space of interactions, final limits of man's space. And this is the altar and the laver is located.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense? And
Yeah, very much so.
So-
very much so. Right, yeah, so with the temple, I know that a lot of people are realizing and thinking about, hey, there's these different zones, they mean different things,
Mhm.
people are allowed on different ones. I feel like the first the first few ones everyone kind of has a grasp on, but I think it's that last one that there's like that big, there's like mysterious. There's like a lot of questioning, a lot of curiosity about that. Could you clear that up, maybe?
Yeah, I have to agree with Zippy. I just don't know what this final zone is at all. What's it called? Who's allowed in there? Is it Indiana Jones' place, or what's going on? But
definitely. So the last zone is what we consider Zone C, and that's God's place.
Okay.
That's what we consider God's space. And this is the tents with the arks and holies of holies. So yes, like the Indiana Jones, the Ark of the Covenant, that's where it's located.
There you go.
Okay, that type of situation.
And there's only one high priest, and he's the only one that is allowed in this Zone C itself.
Wow. So as you go down the zones, you just start knocking off people left and right.
You just keep knocking them down until it's one person, which is the high priest.
Okay. Wow, such an interesting concept.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, well, you know what? That's exactly what we want to know, and thank you very much for coming today and sharing your information with us.
It was a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Right there. Wow. All right. So hey, that answers all the questions that we had on Chapter 6 today. Thank you guys all for tuning in to
Zippy and Indy show.
Zippy and Indy.